Hello, I'm Nadine and a very warm welcome. So today is a great day because it's almost Halloween and we are making brownies. But not just any brownies, pumpkin cheesecake brownies. They're perfectly fudgy, yummy, and the swirly pattern on top is gorgeous. And guess what? We're gonna put googly eyes on them so they make the perfect Halloween treat. So fun. Let's do this. Okay, so we will start with preheating the oven to 350 Fahrenheit and prepare our pan. I have an 8-inch square pan here. I buttered it and lined it with parchment paper and a little bit of light butter again. Don't skip the parchment paper because otherwise it's very difficult to get it out of the pan. For the recipe here, I have 4 ounces of bittersweet chocolate and 4 ounces of unsalted butter. I'm going to melt this together in the microwave. Just do it for 30-second bursts because you don't want to overheat this. We will let the melted chocolate and butter just cool a little bit and we're going to whip up our eggs. I have 4 eggs here and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Once your eggs are nice and frothy, we will add the sugar, 1 cup of white sugar and half a cup of light brown sugar. And mix. Then the butter and chocolate goes in. Now I will just sift in 1 cup of flour and half a cup of good quality cocoa like Valrhona. And there's a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And mix. Slowly, otherwise there'll be a flour disaster everywhere. The chocolate brownie bit is done. We are just going to pour it in our pan and we will reserve a little bit to make the swirls in the end. So not all of it is going in. Looks so good. So I'm reserving about 1/4 cup of it. And we just smooth this out. This is just so satisfying to do. Like my favorite part. Also, I'm going to have tons of dessert recipes and pretty presentation ideas like this one. So please remember to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. Okay, so once we have smoothed it out, we are just going to set this aside and we will start on the pumpkin cheesecake batter. For the pumpkin cheesecake bit, I have 8 ounces of cream cheese softened at room temperature and half a cup of sugar and half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I'm going to beat this till it's nice and fluffy. Once it's nice and fluffy, we'll add 1 egg. Before I put the pumpkin and spices, I'm just going to preserve a little bit of this cheesecake mix. So I have another color to swirl it with in the end, but just a bit. Our star colors are the chocolate and pumpkin. Now the pumpkin goes in. This is 2/3 of a cup. and some spices. So I have half a teaspoon of cinnamon, quarter teaspoon of allspice, quarter teaspoon of ground ginger, like 1/8 teaspoon freshly grated nutmeg, and quarter teaspoon of salt. Once this is combined, we'll just put a quarter cup of flour. I'm going to reserve a little bit for the white cheesecake mix that I reserved for later. Okay, now this step you don't have to do it, but just because this is a Halloween dessert, I am just going to put a little bit of orange food color in this because I want the orange to pop. So just a few drops and we'll mix it. Now the pumpkin cheesecake mixture goes over the chocolate brownie one that we made earlier. Smooth it out. Now the chocolate mixture and the white one that we reserved earlier, we are just going to put spoonfuls of it. Then the white one. This is the fun part, we're just going to swirl it in. Now we'll put this in the oven at 350 for about 35 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, but you have to check it because you don't want to over bake it, because over baked brownies are just not good. And there's just a small window where you can mess up. The pumpkin cheesecake brownies are out of the oven and looking beautiful. So what I did was I just let them cool in the pan. And the biggest thing to remember with this is just don't over bake it. You know, if you insert a toothpick or something in the center and it's a little moist, it's okay, because remember that even after you take it out, it will still continue to cook. So what we do is, now we have to cut it. So I'm just going to pull it out. At this stage, I'm very grateful that I lined it with parchment paper. And just like that, the whole thing pops out and it's very easy to cut. Now the best way to cut this is with a sharp knife. I've dipped it into some hot water that will give you some clean cuts. Just wipe off the water and then just cut. If you want to be really sort of extra, you can measure it, but I am just going to eyeball it. So there you have it. You have 16 yummy brownies, and of course it's almost Halloween and it's also the season of googly eyes. So I'm just going to place some eyes on these so that they look a little bit Halloweeny. I have these googly eyes and they will look like, I don't know, little monsters or something. And I'm just going to put a little bit of water on the back. You can use water if you have any kind of icing, and just pop them on. Just press them in gently and give some 2 eyes, some 1 eye. They almost come alive. I've been waiting for this moment. Let's try it. So delicious, so fudgy. I am definitely team fudgy when it comes to brownies and not cakey. Let me know in the comments what team you are on. Are you with me or not? And this is a perfect little treat for Halloween or fall season when pumpkins are everywhere. So I really hope you try it. If you do, please let me know how it goes, either in the comments below the video or tag me on Instagram. Come say hi. The full recipe will be on my website, nadineali.com. Please remember to subscribe for dessert recipes and pretty presentation ideas. Like the video and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. I hope you share this with your loved ones. Until next time.